The African talking drum, a truly remarkable instrument. Known by many names across different cultures, some call it the dundun or gangan in Yoruba land, while others might know it as the atumpan or dono. This drum is famous because it can imitate human speech, copying the tones and rhythms of spoken language. It's not just for making beats, it's for sending messages. This guide will help you learn about this amazing drum, discovering how it works and how you can play it. The drum has an interesting shape, usually like an hourglass, wider at the ends and narrower in the middle. There are two drumheads, made from animal skin, connected by strong cords or ropes running along the sides of the drum's body. These cords are crucial because they help the drummer change the sound of the drum, something we'll explore more later. The body, often made of carefully chosen and carved wood, comes from West Africa, being part of African cultures for many centuries. Imagine a time without phones or the internet. The talking drum was the way to send news quickly, announcing births, deaths, or important meetings. Skilled drummers could send complex messages across great distances, with the sound traveling for miles. This made it an essential tool for leaders and the community, its history rich and deep. Learning to play the talking drum is an exciting journey, connecting you to a rich cultural heritage, teaching you more than just rhythms, but a unique form of communication. This instrument can express emotions and tell stories, sounding happy, sad, urgent, or calm. This guide aims to make your learning simple and clear, taking you step by step until you understand how to make the talking drum talk. You'll be able to create your own sounds and messages. So, get ready to explore the voice of Africa. The talking drum, much more than a musical instrument, is a powerful symbol in many African societies, holding deep cultural and historical meaning. Its ability to mimic speech is central to its importance. In many West African languages, meaning changes with tone. A word spoken with a high tone can mean something different from the same word spoken with a low tone. The talking drum can reproduce these tones, allowing it to speak these tonal languages, deeply connecting it to the culture and the people. Historically, the talking drum was a key tool for communication, used by kings and chiefs to address their people, summon warriors for battle, or announce important ceremonies and festivals. Drummers were highly respected members of society, often historians and storytellers, preserving the traditions and oral histories of their communities. The messages sent by the drum were understood by everyone, like a public announcement system, helping hold communities together by ensuring important information reached everyone. The talking drum also plays a vital role in ceremonies and rituals, present at weddings, funerals, and naming ceremonies, used in religious practices and traditional healing. The rhythms played can create specific moods, inviting spirits or ancestors, energizing dancers, or creating a solemn atmosphere. The sound is often considered sacred, connecting the physical world with the spiritual world. Each rhythm and sound has a specific meaning and purpose within these cultural contexts, making it a truly spiritual instrument. Even today, the talking drum remains important. While modern technology has changed communication, the drum is still cherished, a symbol of cultural identity and pride, used in modern African music, blending tradition with contemporary styles. Learning the talking drum is a way to connect with this living history, understanding a unique form of artistic expression. The drum's echo continues to resonate, carrying the stories, traditions, and spirit of African cultures forward for new generations to appreciate and learn from. It is indeed a timeless cultural treasure. To play the talking drum, you must first understand its parts. The talking drum has a unique construction, allowing it to produce its special sounds. The main body is usually carved from a single piece of wood, chosen for its strength and resonance, typically shaped like an hourglass, meaning it's wider at the top and bottom and narrower in the middle. This shape is important for how the drum is played and how it sounds, with the hollow body amplifying the vibrations. At each end of the hourglass body, there is a drumhead, traditionally made from animal hide, like goat skin, cow skin, or sometimes even fish skin, stretched tightly across the open ends. These skins vibrate when struck, creating the sound. The quality of the skin and how it's prepared affects the tone of the drum. Two drum heads mean there are two surfaces that can be played, but usually only one head is struck while the other helps with resonance and tension. Connecting the two drum heads are many tension cords, usually made from leather thongs or synthetic ropes, running vertically along the outside of the drum's wooden body, laced through holes in the edges of the drum heads. The primary function of these cords is to control the tension of the drum heads. By squeezing these cords, the drummer can change the pitch of the drum, the secret to how the talking drum talks. We'll explore this in more detail soon, as these cords are crucial to its function. Finally, you will need a beater to play the drum, a special stick usually curved at one end, used to strike the drum head. The stick, often made of wood, might have a slightly padded tip, but many are just plain wood. The shape of the beater allows the player to strike the drum head accurately, helping produce a clear, sharp sound. Understanding these parts, the body, the drum heads, the tension cords, and the beater, is the first step, helping you appreciate the drum's clever design. Holding the talking drum correctly is very important. It ensures you can play comfortably and allows you to control the sounds effectively. The most common way to hold the drum is under one arm, typically the non-dominant arm. So, if you are right-handed, you will hold the drum under your left arm, tucked snugly into your armpit, with the body of the drum resting against your side. This position keeps the drum stable while you play and leaves your dominant hand free to use the beater. When you hold the drum, one drum head will face forward and the other will face backward, towards your body. You will usually strike the forward-facing drum head. The tension cords should be easily accessible to the arm holding the drum, with your forearm and upper arm pressing against these cords. This pressure is how you will change the pitch of the drum, so the drum needs to be positioned in a way that your arm can apply and release pressure on these cords smoothly. It should feel secure, but not too tight. Comfort is key for longer playing sessions. The height at which you hold the drum also matters. It shouldn't be too high or too low. A good position is where your forearm can comfortably rest on the tension cords, with your elbow slightly bent, allowing for a natural squeezing motion. If the drum is too low, you might strain your back or shoulder. If it's too high, it might feel awkward to strike the drum head. Some drummers use a strap that goes over the shoulder to help support the weight of the drum, which can be very helpful, especially for heavier drums or when playing for a long time. Practice holding the drum in front of a mirror, checking your posture, making sure you are standing or sitting upright, with relaxed shoulders. The drum should feel like an extension of your body. Try gently squeezing the tension cords with your arm, feeling how the drum responds, getting used to the weight and shape of the drum. Finding a comfortable and stable holding position is the foundation, making learning the playing techniques much easier. Take your time to get this right before you start striking the drum. A good hold leads to good sound. Section 5. Finding the right pitch. The art of tuning your talking drum. Tuning the talking drum is different from tuning many other drums. It does not involve keys or screws. Instead, it relies on adjusting the tension of the cords. The basic pitch of the drum, when you are not squeezing the cords, is its open tone. This open tone should be relatively low. This provides a good starting point for creating higher pitches. Before you start playing, you might need to make some initial adjustments. This ensures the drum is responsive and has a good tonal range. This initial setup is important for the drum's voice. The tension cords are the key to tuning. If the drum sounds too loose or flabby, the cords may need tightening. Traditionally, this is done by adjusting the knots or lacing of the cords. Sometimes, small wooden wedges are inserted between the cords and the drum body. This increases the overall tension. If the drum sounds too high or choked even without squeezing, the cords might be too tight. In this case, you would carefully loosen them. This process requires patience. It is about finding a balance where the drum head is taut enough to resonate clearly, but loose enough to allow for pitch changes. The goal of this initial tuning is to set the drum's fundamental low tone. This is the sound it makes when your arm is relaxed and not applying pressure to the cords. This low tone should be clear and resonant. From this bass tone, you will then create higher pitches by squeezing. The range of pitches you can achieve depends on the drum's construction and this initial tuning. A well-tuned drum will allow you to produce a wide spectrum of sounds. This makes it more expressive and better able to mimic speech patterns. Listen carefully to the sound as you make adjustments. It is also important to ensure the tension is even across the drumhead. This means all the chords should have a similar degree of tautness. Uneven tension can lead to a poor sound. It can also make it harder to control the pitch changes smoothly. Gently tap around the edge of the drumhead. Listen for consistency in the sound. If some areas sound significantly different, you may need to adjust the nearby chords. Learning to tune your talking drum is a skill that develops with experience. Do not be afraid to experiment carefully. A well-tuned drum is a joy to play. Section 6. Making it speak, basic strokes and low tones. Now that your drum is held correctly and tuned, let's make some sounds. We will start with the basic stroke and the low tone. The low tone is the drum's natural voice when no pressure is applied to the tension chords. Hold the beater firmly, but not too tightly in your dominant hand. The curved end of the beater should be pointing towards the center of the drumhead. You will be striking the drumhead with this curved tip. Aim for the center or slightly off-center of the drumhead for the clearest tone. This is where the drum resonates best. To produce the low tone, ensure your arm holding the drum is relaxed. There should be no pressure on the tension chords. Let the drum hang naturally under your arm. Now bring the beater down onto the drumhead with a quick, decisive stroke. Let the beater bounce off the skin immediately. Do not press it into the drumhead. Think of it like a quick tap. This allows the drumhead to vibrate freely and produce a clear, open sound. This sound is the fundamental pitch of your drum. Practice this stroke repeatedly. Listen carefully to the quality of the sound. Focus on consistency. Try to make each low tone sound the same. The volume can be controlled by how hard you strike the drum. A harder strike will produce a louder sound. A softer strike will produce a quieter sound. However, the pitch should remain low and open. Pay attention to your grip on the beater and the motion of your wrist and arm. It should be a relaxed and fluid movement. Avoid tensing your shoulders or arm. Tension will make your playing stiff and can affect the sound. The low tone is the foundation of many talking drum rhythms. Practice playing a series of low tones. Try different rhythms. For example, play 4 slow, steady low tones. Then try playing 8 faster low tones. Listen to the resonance of the drum. Feel the vibration. This basic stroke and low tone are your starting point. Mastering this will make it easier to learn more complex techniques. It is like learning the first letter of an alphabet. Once you are comfortable producing a consistent low tone, you are ready to explore how to change the pitch and make the drum truly talk. This is the drum's resting voice. Section 7. Reaching higher, squeezing for high tones and glides. The magic of the talking drum lies in its ability to change pitch. This is achieved by squeezing the tension chords. When you squeeze the chords with the arm holding the drum, you increase the tension on the drum heads. Increased tension makes the pitch of the sound go higher. The more you squeeze, the higher the pitch will be. This is the core technique for making the drum talk. It allows you to mimic the inflections and tones of human speech. It is a dynamic and expressive way to play. To produce a high tone, start by holding the drum correctly. Your arm should be around the tension chords. Now, as you strike the drumhead with the beater, using the same technique as for the low tone, simultaneously squeeze the tension chords firmly with your arm. Squeeze your forearm and upper arm together, pressing the chords towards the drum body. You should hear a distinct change in pitch. The sound will be higher than the open low tone. Practice striking the drum and squeezing at the exact same moment. This coordination is very important. Experiment with different amounts of pressure. Try a light squeeze, then a medium squeeze, then a very firm squeeze. Listen to how the pitch changes. With a light squeeze, the pitch will rise slightly. With a firm squeeze, it will rise significantly. This gives you a range of notes to play with. Practice transitioning between a low tone, no squeeze, and a high tone, full squeeze. Strike the drum, then squeeze. Strike the drum again while still squeezing. Then relax your arm and strike again to hear the low tone. This helps you control the pitch changes. You can also create gliding sounds, or glissandos. This is done by changing the pressure on the chords while the drumhead is still vibrating from a stroke. For example, strike the drumhead to produce a low tone. Then, while the sound is still ringing, quickly squeeze the cords. You will hear the pitch slide upwards. Conversely, strike the drum while squeezing for a high tone. Then, while the sound is ringing, gradually relax your arm. You will hear the pitch slide downwards. These glides are characteristic of the talking drum's voice. They make it sound very expressive and speech-like. Section 8. Your first rhythms. Simple steps for beginners. Once you are comfortable producing low tones, high tones, and glides, you can start playing simple rhythms. Begin by combining low and high tones. A very basic rhythm could be low, high, low, high. Play this slowly at first. Focus on making a clear distinction between the low sound, no squeeze, and the high sound, squeeze. Count out loud as you play. 1, 2, 3, 4. On 1 and 3, play a low tone. On 2 and 4, play a high tone. This helps build your coordination between striking and squeezing. Another simple exercise is to play patterns of varying lengths. For instance, try low, low, high. Repeat this pattern several times. Then try high, high, low, or low, high, high, low. The key is to keep the rhythm steady. You can use a metronome to help you keep time. Start at a slow tempo, perhaps 60 beats per minute. As you become more confident, you can gradually increase the speed. Remember to maintain the clarity of each tone. Each stroke should be deliberate and clear. Try to imitate simple speech patterns. Think of a short two-syllable word where one syllable is low and the other is high. For example, say hello with hell being low and low being high. Try to play this on the drum, low tone for hell, high tone for low. Then try a word like goodbye with good being high and bye being low. Play high tone for good, low tone for bye. This exercise directly connects your playing to the talking aspect of the drum. It makes practice more engaging and meaningful. Do not be afraid to experiment with your own simple patterns. The goal at this stage is to develop control and coordination. Record yourself playing if possible. Listening back can help you identify areas where you can improve. Are your low tones clear? Are your high tones distinct? Is your rhythm steady? Be patient with yourself. Learning any instrument takes time and practice. These beginner exercises are building blocks. They will prepare you for more complex rhythms and phrases. Enjoy the process of making the drum speak your first words. Section 9. The journey continues. Practice, patience, and passion. Mastering the African talking drum is a continuous journey. It is not something that happens in just a few minutes or hours. This guide has given you the foundational steps. You now understand what the drum is and its cultural importance. You know how to hold it, tune it, and create basic sounds. You have even tried some simple rhythms. But this is just the beginning of an exciting adventure. The key to progressing further is consistent practice, unwavering patience, and a deep passion for the instrument and its music. Set aside regular time for practice. Even 15 to 30 minutes of focused practice each day can make a big difference. It is more effective than one long, infrequent session. During your practice, revisit the basics often. Ensure your holding position is correct. Check your drum's tuning. Work on the clarity of your low and high tones. Practice your strokes and your squeezing technique. Repetition builds muscle memory. This will make your playing smoother and more intuitive over time. Do not rush through the fundamentals. They are your solid base. Be patient with your progress. There will be times when you feel stuck or frustrated. This is normal when learning any new skill. Remember that every skilled talking drummer started as a beginner. They too had to learn to control the squeeze and coordinate their hands. When you face challenges, take a short break. Come back to the drum with a fresh mind. Celebrate small victories. Acknowledge how far you have come. Patience will help you overcome obstacles and keep you motivated on your learning path. It is a marathon, not a sprint. Most importantly, cultivate a passion for the talking drum. Listen to recordings of experienced talking drum players. Explore the different musical styles where it is used. If possible, find a teacher or join a drumming group. Learning from others can be incredibly inspiring and helpful. The more you immerse yourself in the world of the talking drum, the more motivated you will be to learn. Let your curiosity guide you. The talking drum has a rich voice and many stories to tell. With dedication, you too can learn to make it speak eloquently. Keep practicing, keep learning, and keep the rhythm alive.